And we're here with the Latvian devotees who just come back from parikrama. We don't have the best lighting, but it doesn't matter. Everybody's house. And it's all good. So we are here in the East London Temple, and just this very second, the Aarti and Kirtan is finished downstairs where we are now, above the temple room, and the deities, their 40th birthday today, the 40th anniversary of their arrival, of their installation, in fact, in London. And we have more devotees, but they're not all visible. I don't know how to do. They have to manage. You bring in some folding chairs or whatever from downstairs, but it'll be good if you can manage. But we have lots of devotees here. We're right now in Srila Gurudev's darshan room in the front of the ashram. And I can maybe show you a little bit of the ashram here, of the room. So here now you can see more devotees getting things together. And there's Mahaprabhu and Nityananda on the wall. And our little desk where we are here trying to do everything. And Srila Gurudev's photograph there. And we can show you this window, because Gurudev would sit at this window and look across to the cafe down there. I'm only pointing the computer, I hope you can see. But he would, today is Sunday, so it's all very quiet. But he would watch people coming in and coming out, and he would see the street life. And then hear more of the room and more of the devotees. Here's Mohanananda Prabhu. I think every one of you know of him, at least. And beside him, Udaran Prabhu. See, this is yin and yang. Yin and yang, Udaran Prabhu, very sober. Also, Savalokanath Prabhu, very sober and sensible. Lavanyamoy Devidasi, Lavanga Devidasi, and Yuvati, she just arrived, coming from Estonia, isn't it? Estonia. She just arrived, and as she was walking in the door, we were walking out to go on parikrama, and literally parikrama, to make a pilgrimage to where the deities here used to be, in two places before they finally came to settle here in Green Street in London in 1996. They came here in 1996. And let me just be seated. And Mohanananda Prabhu here, he was with Gurudev, and in fact he coordinated, principal coordinator of Srila Gurudev's first world tour, and he was with Gurudev where we went on walking parikrama just a few minutes ago, and at a place called Gladding Road in Manor Park. One moment. Oh, we've got to secure electricity. Oh, okay, Mohan's going to go. I was just about... From Japan. Okay. I just about will hope to get a few words from him soon. His wife's mother just fell at 90 years old and broke her leg. So he's dealing with some things at a long distance. So you see this world full of danger. One moment healthy, next moment a broken leg. So all the Latvians and Estonia, we're in London, there is a railway station called Euston, but Estonia. So they're all here, and we can invite them to say a word or two. And I think, where's Suresh Krishnavu? Come to the front, please. Suresh Krishnavu is helping them all out. So we're inviting Suresh Krishna to say a few words. Tapati, good to see you. And Mari, Tapati, she's in Germany. just nearby. Our Krishna Kantar and Munindra Mohan Prabhu, they're also here. They'll be the ones, some of the big group singing in the kirtan just now. And let's turn the camera. Here is Suresh Krishna Prabhu. And we're at an odd angle, but we'll try to get him in. Prabhu.
Dandavat, should I speak English, Russian?
If you speak, okay, no, speak Russian.
Russian.
I guess, yes.
Dandavat, дорогие преданные.
Dandavat, dear devotees.
Всех рады видеть.
Very happy to see everyone. Now we are with Maharaj on the other side of the screen. As Maharaj said, we're in the festival of the East London Temple. By the mercy of Their Divine Grace, Sri Sri Guru Gauranga Radha Shyam Sundar. And wonderful days, because yesterday we were already starting the celebration. How did he say? 39 years and 364th day of their arrival.
39 лет и 364 дня. А сегодня уже 365 день, то есть 40.
So, and today is the 40th year anniversary. So yesterday was an amazing program and everyone gathered. Every senior Vaishnava and everyone said something, how their hearts are connected with this place. And indeed, this place is very important because Srila Maharaj, he wanted to fulfill the service of his Guru Maharaj and his Guru Maharaj to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. We know he did not go to the West himself, but this math, this temple, is his continuation of his service, as the Ashish Prabhu said. And Govinda Maharaj himself, he saw this temple as a temple of Srila Sridhar Maharaj. And this temple is the only Sri Chaitanya Saraswat math in general, outside of the main temple of Navadvip. Because there is Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Seva Ashram, Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Krishna Anushilana Sangam, etc. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math it's only Navadvip the Math. And now the London is another chapter of it. Every temple is valuable, but this is a little special. The mood here, Devashish Prabhu and the other devotees, they're keeping up the standard of Navadvip. I have not been in Navadvip, but Udaran Prabhu says that yes, it is the same mood as Navadvip. And really it's a male ashram, but regularly only males are living here. Yeah, it's quite the math. But the mood here, I can say my impression is I feel like I'm home. Wherever I am, in any representation of our family, here I feel myself like home because we are engaged in service to the Vaishnavas, and this is our great fortune to receive this, and we appreciate this very much. And we try to keep these moments in our hearts, not to just remember them, but to continue to relive them, continue to come here again and again. Hare Krishna. Dharan Prabhu?
Дандават, дорогие преданные. Ну, да,
Dandavats, dear devotees.
все описал, что тут происходит.
I think Suresh has already described everything that's going on here. I can say that it's a special day today. Today is the 40th anniversary of the installation of the deities. And Maharaj had a special invitation to go on a walk and do parikram where the deities were were staying before they came to this temple. And what can be more amazing than this parikrama, to go to the holy places with Maharaj? It's quite special. And those of us who went, I'm sure we feel very fortunate. And those who did not have that opportunity, maybe they'll have that opportunity on the 50th anniversary. Or maybe even earlier. I'm expecting a big festival, big program today, and also tomorrow. I would also like to say that this place is place of Guru Maharaj, and Guru Maharaj inaugurated this place as a branch of Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Math. Therefore, this place is non-different from Navadvip. It's the place of the pastimes of Srila Gurudev. This place should be special for every one of us. And this place, other places are also special for the pastimes of Srila Gurudev, ashrams of Srila Gurudev. But this place, we can see that we're quite fortunate. We don't need to go to India. We can go to London and be in Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Math of Guru Maharaj.
Jai. Yes, Savlokanath, would you like to say something?
Да, дорогие преданные, рады всех видеть. Пару слов хотел сказать, что
Dandavats, dear devotees, happy to see everyone. We had a very warm welcome here. They're feeding us some tasty preparations. Programs are going on. Yesterday we went to the center with a big company of devotees. We made some noise. People were very active. Today we have a little bit of a fast in honor of Nrsimhadeva. Main news have already been explained. Everyone is chanting Mahamantra together, serving together, smiling, working on ourselves, and everything is amazing. All glory to Gurudev. Maybe someone else would like to say something?
Lavanga, would you like to say something? Okay, we have Lavanya here. She's been volunteered to say something. You were in the Sankirtan in the city last night. I think she can give you a report about the Sankirtan in London city yesterday evening.
Okay.
Okay.
I try.
Dandavats, dear devotees.
По поводу киртана мне надо рассказать.
About
Да.
Kirtan, I need to say something, huh?
На таких киртанах я еще не бывала. То есть,
I have not been a part of such kirtans. I had to ask, is it going on like that in India? This energy was overflowing so much. I'm not even sure how many hours we were there.
В общем, если мы шли когда туда,
If we were walking
ты все время
on the way there,
энергией,
you
несмотря на
were
то, что мы
always
были уставшие, мы были
overflowing with
поевшие.
energy.
Но на обратном пути
you know,
открывалось какое-то другое дыхание.
Doesn't even matter that we ate a lot and we were tired. But it was actually different, a little difficult. And I thought that, no, that's it, I'm done. But no, we went to the end, we made it. And the opportunity to be on such kirtans with such a leader, Tridandi Maharaj, Dayanidhi, I think, Prabhu. It was something special. I can also share something that about this festival, but I understand that working on oneself is still going on in a way that when we gather together, different energies, different conversations, they're all having an effect on you. And sometimes I just want to hide from all of that, but I think that's the point of everything, to just go internally and work on all these. Work. You understand that some emotion is coming to you, so you don't run away from it, but just kind of work with it. It's not coming to you by chance. And I'm very happy for these lessons that are coming together with these devotees.
Hare Krishna. All right, so as you heard, this morning we went on a kind of pilgrimage and parikrama, because we went to the two previous places where the deities were before they came here to the Green Street temple. That Green Street is a street here in eastern London where we are. And so, first of all, the deities were in another place called Greenwich Park, beside Greenwich Park. And that was their very first installation and arrival here in London. But then after that, the deities came to nearby here in Osborne Road. And we went there, gave our respects outside. We remembered about how the deities came here. And that was a temporary home for Chaitanya Saraswat Math here. And then the devotees hired a place in Gladding Road. So we walked to both of these places today, and then gave honor in Gladding Road. And then we came back to this temple. So we started and ended here, but by going in a circle. So we actually did do clockwise parikrama around these places consciously. And we said, okay, we're not going to be like on Govardhan Hill, where some of them, they do full obeisances, put a stone and then go around. But with a similar mood, we'll give respect to these places. And probably this afternoon, we just didn't have time before the Latvia Zoom to also do parikrama of this temple. So we still have this on our devotional wish list during this festival. To do parikrama of this temple means we'll go around the block. So anyhow, Gladding Road, the second place we went to today, was visited by Srila Gurudev. Srila Gurudev stayed there, and on his early tours, his early world tours, and Mohanananda Prabhu is the very one who was the chief engineer and the chief fuel, I'm not sure what the right word is, but that got the tours running. And he accompanied Srila Gurudev on his first and second world tour also. On the first two world tours, he accompanied Srila Gurudev and made sure that everything went smoothly for him. It was his first time in the West. And on those first two tours at Gladding Road, then Gurudev stayed there. So I also want to hear from Mohanananda Prabhu something about that time. So Mohanananda, he's come to be here for this festival, the 40th anniversary festival, and he's come all the way from Australia via China, visiting the devotees, via Thailand, visiting the devotees, and he's come here to London for this festival.
Dandavats, everybody. Lovely to see all of you. Long time since I've been on a Latvian Zoom. Harigopal, please do the translation and make sure you do it with purple love.
Mamma mia.
Yes, lovely. One wonderful thing that I stopped in Thailand for those of you who have been to Thailand, Krishna Priya Devi and Paramananda Prabhu
Russian, if you
presented a beautiful golden flute, which is just been put today for the first time. Maybe later Maharaj can send you a photo of the deity with the golden flute that we brought. It's just been put on today. So that was a wonderful service duty that I was asked to do, which was very joyous. And later on, we'll be dancing and singing, and all of you might be able to see that if there's a live stream. Just going back to a little bit about the tour, this is the first time after 33 years that I've returned to London Temple to visit after I came here for the first time with Gurudev in 1992. And this is the first time I got a chance to see a lot of the devotees, and how wonderful that they can continue to do the worship for almost, now 40 years already. So that was a tremendous thing. And one of the things that everybody here in England takes a certain joy in is that Srila Gurudev, when we were planning the tour, going anywhere in the world, he said, you can take me anywhere, but one place I must go is London, because that was Guru Maharaj's dearest desire to have a place here in London. That's why the center is called Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math. No other place around the world has that name. So when you start one in Latvia, which will be very soon by the blessings of Madhusudan Maharaj and all of you Latvians, family growing.
Blessings of the Latvian devotees.
Yes, yes, but inspired by you, but rightfully so. That's how it works. Otherwise, nothing will happen if it doesn't come by the desire of the Guru Varga, including, when I say Guru Varga, it includes my dearest friend, your Guru, and also your mentor, Sri Madhusudan Maharaj. So when that happens, when you have a nice center there in Riga, it's coming. Don't avoid it. It's coming. Grab the opportunity. Make it happen. All of you work together sweetly in the one dovetail the arrangement. It'll happen. It'll manifest very nicely. And then wouldn't it be lovely to invite all the devotees from all over the world to come to our Latvian Center of Excellence in Service and Worship. That's what I like to see. That'll be wonderful. So that's our plans here. They're doing it now. And then after that, we are here until Thursday, when Maharaj and myself will be going to Brazil. And again, it is the first time I'm going back to Brazil since 1992 and 1994 when I went there with Gurudev. So I will again see lots of people. Many children have grown up here also in London. I've met many children who were here, and I met them when they were here with their parents. So that was very good. People were tugging me and said, I know you. You're the guy with the turban. My mom and my dad came here. So that was very nice to be seeing all of these young people growing up, following the tradition, and keeping their children also in the same cultural taste and flow, which is really very joyous for me to see, watching it over the last 40 years of transition. And Latvia, of course, you're all starting now, but you're going to be progressing much faster than many other places. It's really great to see how the Latvian devotees are just, it's like mushrooms growing everywhere, very nicely. I like it. And I'm looking forward to coming with your Gurudev, Madhusudan Maharaj, is it next month? Oh, no.
No, in July.
In July, I will be there. So please tell all your friends, your family, to come and have a taste of Papa Love. Okay? Looking forward to that. Any questions? Good. No question. Everyone happy.
No, everybody's got questions.
Any questions? If you got questions, please ask.
And we have questions from around, we have devotees from around and about here, including Nadia Sundari in Portugal.
Oh, Nadia's son, my daughter. Wherever you are, darling, I love you. Your papa loves you. I will see you soon in Portugal.
And Grand Assembly coming from Ukraine.
Oh, Ukrainians are here. The Shama Priya will be here, no?
So, Shama Priya, I do not know. Are you coming to Portugal? But these are all on Zoom. This
All
is
on
Shama
Zoom.
and Shama Priya, Nazan, Nirupama, and Lilavati
Zoom.
Krishna, Chaitanya Prabhu. Now he's out from Ukraine, but he's been there until very recently.
This Zoom is
And-
very wonderful, Maharaj, because the other day, when we were reading the Chaitanya Charitamrita in Thailand, the question was asked by some Indian visitors, how Krishna could dance with 16,000 gopis at one time. They were asking the question. And so I said, very easy. Krishna just did Zoom. Instant Zoom with everybody.
Zoom Plus.
Zoom Plus,
Yeah.
yeah. So now we are having Zoom Plus with all the devotees at one time. Lovely. Good to see all of you. I hope to see all of you in Riga, no? They all will come?
No.
No? Some of them not come? Why?
And here's our Darya Leela.
Maybe
Yeah.
Madhusudan.
Nadia Sundari will come. Her papa is in Portugal. Her papa is going to go to Riga. She will come.
And-
Maybe Madhusudan.
And an open invitation to everybody who can come, by the way.
Yes.
But do keep in touch with Suresh so he knows the numbers and can
Yes.
organize everything nicely.
Suresh Prabhu is our leader there. Very good, very dedicated servitor of Sri Guru Garanga, and really very paka in his processes and his affectionate dealings with all the devotees. Is a real inspiration. All of you should contact him. And if you do not, I will be very sad. Come if you can to Riga, because I cannot travel all the time. My time is short in this world. So please try to come, and we can all take some good association. And what better things when devotees get together? We sing, we dance, and we eat plenty.
And Marie points out that she'll be in California at that time at the SoCal Ashram, where they'll be having the Govinda Mela,
Right.
and all over the world devotees arranging for Kirtan,
Yeah.
Hari Katha, and Hari Prasadam.
Good, Marie. If you're in SoCal, you'll get the taste and the nectar of the devotees. Yes.
And my limited Russian reading, Lilavati is saying Hare Krishna.
Lilavati will be in Riga.
She'll be in Riga,
Okay, lovely, lovely, good. Yeah, come along. Bring your family, bring your friends. Actually, bring anybody. Doesn't matter. Just bring everyone.
Okay, do any of you have a question? If not, I will ask to Mohanananda a question. But better you ask.
Yes, please save me. Please save me.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so Mohan,
Yes, Maharaj.
tell me what was Gurudev's reaction coming to London for the first time? You were with him for the very first time he came, and I've not heard from you.
Okay.
It's not like I'm asking
Well-
you something which we already know you're going to answer.
Although by that time, when we arrived London, that was the last destination of the entire First World Tour,
Because where did we start?
because this is the place of his Guru Maharaj.
Yeah.
He wanted to be here for his Guru Maharaj. He felt that this was the most important thing for him. All the rest of it, he did it for the wishes of the devotees, really. But coming here was essential for him to see the deities for the first time in London, and also to fulfill his service duties to Guru Maharaj. And by that time, we had already seen a lot of the West and the South, etc. However, it didn't diminish his surprise and his joy at seeing the dedication. You must remember, by the time we got to London, all this time in 1992, we did not have a center in Australia. We did not have a center in Hawaii. We did not have a center in Brazil. Yeah, we did not have a center where we stopped in Miami. And so when we came here, we had a center that was
Oh, okay.
practicing, and it was very essential for Maharaj to see that. And that was his wish. And by the time we got back to Navadip, then the plans were on what to do with all the offers that people were telling us on his visit. They were offering land, they were offering homes, because before 1992, if you want to know the difference between Govinda Maharaj and Guru Maharaj, first of all, they're all in the same stream of consciousness. Guru Maharaj never wanted to leave Navadip. He didn't care. He never left the gates of Navadip. He was happy, contented doing his service for Guru Gauranga. And he was very happy. But Gurudev, having seen many Westerners coming and dealing with them, and having heard from Swami Maharaj, or as you probably know him as Bhaktivedanta Swami, he heard so much about all the things they are doing, etc. And Bhaktivedanta Swami himself wanted to take Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaj, out of India. But Srila Govinda Maharaj cannot leave because he had a duty to serve Guru Maharaj. But Guru Maharaj also very clearly said, more than once, it's on tape, and Maharaj, you were there. Guru Maharaj said very clearly, whatever I am, he is more than that. That means means Govinda Maharaj is more than that. And so he proved it, because if you get any publication from Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math before 1992, you look in the book, in the back, you'll see the addresses of our centers. They were actually not any center. They were just homes of devotees, or just the PO boxes of the places that devotees could communicate with those who were interested in the special taste of Krishna consciousness coming from the line of Rupa Goswami through our Guru Varga. Then they could make contact from the post office box. Otherwise, there was no way of getting in touch with Chaitanya Saraswat Madhavadi. But after 1992, you get any publication after that, because of Sri Govinda Maharaj traveling around the world, we got a lot of opportunities to have centers all over, including in my country of residence, Australia. We have Sri Govinda Dham, and then we had all the places in Brazil. And now you can see so many places, Hungary, Italy, second place in London, America, Brazil, South America, everywhere, Singapore, Malaysia, etc. So what we need to do, coming back to my point, in the next future publication, we will include a center in Riga, Latvia.
And what about Rezegna in Latvia?
Suresh will be Suresh will be the traveling diplomat. He will go every place and grant the visa to come through the gates of Madhusudan Maharaj, and through that, our Guru Varga. I hope that this will be translated as sweetly as Hari Gopal can do it. We know he has a sweet disposition with the teachings of our Guru Maharaj and our Gurudev, and he will translate it very sweetly. And I hope you get it's very difficult to translate the mood. You can translate the words, but to give the mood of how it is said is a different thing. That is why the books of Srila Guru Maharaj is so unique, so deep, and so high, is because when the translation was done, they captured the mood of the conversation with Guru Maharaj so beautifully. So that's why when you read it, you can fall in love with that thing, because the instructions, the teachings, the sharings all came from the platform of love. And this mood of love, Sri Guru Maharaj's and Sri Gurudev's love, was captured beautifully. And therefore, when you read, all of you cannot help but be touched by this. So in the same way that you are touched by this, you have a duty, not only a need, but you have a duty to share this with everybody who comes into your contact, because that's what we are here for, sharing and caring and that love from our Guru Varga. Okay? I've been serious too much serious. I'm going crazy getting serious. Got to make a joke very quickly.
Okay, I'll save you from hearing one of Mohanananda's jokes.
Oh, thank you.
They're all good the first time you hear them. Hare Krishna.
Anyway, lots of love.
Okay, yes. Okay, again.
Lots of purple love. You get the orange love from him, with purple love from him. Is it orange or saffron? Saffron, no?
That is up to you to define.
I think it's saffron. Saffron is the right color.
Hare Krishna. Anyway, here we are. We are in the present London mat, which is Green Street, where Srila Gurudev came. From 1996 onwards, the deities were here, and we are remembering the installation of the deities, their 40th anniversary. And one thing is, I've been here in this Eastern temple, there's a Western temple now, as you heard, just near Heathrow Airport, and it is very wonderful. It's much bigger. It's a very suitable place for bringing everyone. And where we are here, by Devashish Prabhu's specific request, I've been here in the East London temple. And on this side of London, the devotees who come during the week and generally, they're all the same age as me. Oh dear, we're generally with the elderly section of devotees. I didn't realize I was the elderly section till I came to East London. Then we're seeing all of the devotees who've been serving here since that time of 82, etc. Well, 82. Oh, well, 82. Yeah, I mean, 82 is when we came to Guru Maharaj. And so here we are with devotees from that age, and suddenly realizing oh my goodness, am I also old like them? But we are all getting older in this world. Time is running by, and we need you, the next generation, to really hold the banner for what is going to continue. And we need to hold that banner very carefully. And that means we must try to be true to Guru Maharaj and Gurudev, the very spirit of their instruction, the spirit of their advice. And for that, we must try to associate with the Mohanananda Prabhus and the devotees of the world who've got some touch of that spirit of Srila Gurudev, who's got that spirit of Guru Maharaj. And it is heart to heart. We hear that all the time, heart to heart transaction. But we may know many things or we may not know many things. It's not really the qualification. What is the necessity is to feel something, to have feeling of the heart for what is dedication proper, what is chanting the glories of the Lord, the glories of the devotees, associating with devotees. And we must all try our best to catch that thread and to share it with others, whatever we know. But whatever we know, we can share. What we don't know, we must also say, I don't know. I mean, there are so many things that come to me. Some of you know that very well, which I say, actually, I don't know. I just have a big box in my brain. I just put the things I don't understand or don't know in that box. But what we do know, we can share. And so we're here happily for that. And the main thing is that we do know something, we have to say, after living 30 years practically with almost 30 years, not quite, I know, 28 years, with Srila Gurudev, with Srila Guru Maharaj, then we have something of their nature and how they behaved, what they did. And so, again and again, we can say the foundation of humility, tolerance, giving honor to others. And it's Mohanananda here who came back from the First World Tour and said, Mahananda, this tour was the hot tour. This tour was the hot tour. And I couldn't understand what he's talking about then. Mohananda, what do you mean hot tour? Said it was a humility, honor, and tolerance tour, which in Australian English is spelled humility, honor, and tolerance.
Offering honor. So
Offering honor. He adjusted it later when we pointed out there's an 8. Australia is different. Anyway, humility, offering honor, and tolerance. So in English, it works that it was the hot tour. And Srila Gurudev and Srila Guru Maharaj will be happy that we mention that every time, because they mention repeatedly, not every time, but continuously, the necessity for humility, offering honor, and tolerance, not to criticize anyone, whether devotee or whether non-devotee, footballer, for all the Brazilians who follow football, or whatever it may be, cricket players, whatever the national sport is, not to criticize anyone, and especially the devotees. And we must be very careful to keep clean association, go forward, sweetly, happily, give nourishment to everybody. We're not analyzing somebody's background, this, that, and the other. Mahaprabhu did not do that. Gurudev and Guru Maharaj did not do that. Why will we go into that whirlpool of unfortunate argument, which is mentioned in the scripture? We'll stay within the section of giving honor to the qualities of others, even if they may appear to be unqualified for anything. They've got some qualities that we don't have, and those we will try to see. And this is the nature of Gurudev. Really, it is his nature. And Gurudev came out from India, and at the beginning, starting that world tour, the worldwide general devotee section, they could not believe that Srila Gurudev would come out of India, because they considered him and knew him as the humble disciple of Srila Guru Maharaj, and Indian by nature, Indian by heart, Indian, like fully village, as Gurudev Srila Govinda Maharaj says of himself. I'm a village boy from India, Indian village boy. And really, he has that beautiful simplicity of heart. And when we visit his appearance place of Bamonpara, then the village, even today, well, I hope today, the last time I was there, it had that very simple-hearted, natural, happy mood of a village in Bengal, with principally it's rice farming and people leading a very simple life until today, their homes, building them out of mud with the thatch roofs, etc. Not going to the bank to get a loan from the bank to get caught up in all sorts of things, but you own your own house. And how do you own your own house? You build it. Build it out of the mud. We've watched houses grow there. But Gurudev, he was of that nature, and so devotees around the world, they found it difficult. But this Govinda Maharaj, he'll come around the world. But Gurudev showed that he can present everything according to time, place, and circumstance. And it is true, and he said it many times, he felt deficiency in English, and at the beginning, really he's asking, please correct my English. And if you don't correct it, how will I know what is correct? And so Gurudev, as many Indians do have, he had quite a lot of vocabulary in the very early days, but you know yourselves, I know myself too, if you don't use the vocabulary in the proper way, it's just, it's words and you have difficulty to express. But Gurudev was always wanting to know the meaning of words. And in the translations that we were doing 2 or 3 days ago, Suresh Krishnabhu was doing, then he's asking, what is the meaning of embarrassed? Because it came up when he's doing the translation. And then one devotee suggested shy. And then another one said, no, it's not exactly shy. And Gurudev would be like this. He tried to get the mood of a word, and not just big, for instance, or embarrassed, but what is the mood behind that word? And so big, large, huge, enormous, grand, they're kind of similar words, but they each have a different feel. But when you're all Russian speaking, you definitely, in every language, you've got your own particular series of words for something similar. but Gurudev was always trying to get, say, nuance, the feel behind everything, because he's transmitting feelings. And Gurudev's first world tour, and every world tour, but first world tour in particular, was a big unknown. How is the world going to receive Gurudev, and how is Gurudev going to respond in the world? But certainly from Srila Gurudev's own mouth, when he returned to India, he is telling us the stories about his travels in India and what took place, this took place. And of course, Gurudev's got his eyes open, and he said, when I'm abroad, I'm noticing everything. I'm looking to see. And he's also looking to see the good things. He's not looking for the bad things, but he's looking for the good things. What can we learn from the West? And Gurudev, in the Western world, he was very able to communicate. Maybe some English a bit broken, you say, well, that's not a perfect sentence, but the expression was not broken. And we hear that through, and we still hear that, because we hear recordings from the 1980s before he went traveling, the early 90s, and then the 90s once he started traveling. And I can say too that Srila Gurudev was very involved in the management, the day-by-day management of Chaitanya Saraswat Math. And anybody who runs an ashram, usually ashrams much smaller than Chaitanya Saraswat Math, knows you're going to have headaches when you run any kind of mission, and especially when it's not just bricks and mortar, you've got individual human beings there who all have their individual challenges and interaction with each other. So, you have to manage in all sorts of ways an ashram. And Gurudev was very caught up with naturally, because he cared, with the management of the ashram and the ashrams, plural, because also there was Hapanya, Bamunpara. There was at that time also Calcutta, the Dum Park Temple, in Jagannath Puri, and not yet in Vrindavan, but step by step more ashrams were coming. But when Srila Gurudev went abroad, more or less those left to, okay, let's see how they get on by themselves, and Gurudev left devotees behind in India so that the temples will still keep going. And Gurudev had some hope, yes, they will keep going, but his attention and his talks while he's traveling abroad were very much more, each talk being about Mahaprabhu, distribution of Mahaprabhu's message. Who was Guru Maharaj? What was the nature of Guru Maharaj? And rather than the overcoming the obstacles of the day that are facing the management of the temples. But remember, Gurudev had been the secretary of Chaitanya Saraswat Math since soon after he joined. So at least you can say since 1950, though Gurudev said, since just very soon after I joined, I was the actual secretary of the Math, running everything. So it's very difficult to leave that nature behind when you are surrounded by the temple and all the things that go on. But Gurudev came from that chapter, very big chapter, that volume, that canto of his life, and he came to the preaching side of his life, the preaching abroad side of his life, coming to meet the devotees in their countries rather than the devotees who'd made the journey to come to India. And when Gurudev came back, he was telling us about so many things in the West. And then, of course, the devotees are telling us so many things from the devotee angle of view of Gurudev's tours. And I have to say, it was a great source of nourishment from both sides to see how the world devotees, just affectionately, happily nourished by Gurudev's presence, and Gurudev happy with the world devotees, maybe doing all things wrong, eating with the left hand and giving, here's a donation, Gurudev, giving it with the left hand and things like this. Gurudev, he changed gear and overlooked all the wrong things. And those are the small wrong things. He overlooked the wrong things. But he saw that the Western world, they are completely new to Krishna consciousness. They're not brought up with the etiquette of the East, the etiquette of India. And they're eager to know about how to be a devotee of Krishna. And Gurudev gave them that. He told them, showed them, was the example, how to be a devotee of Krishna. So wonderful times. And this we're reminded of. I know it's the 40th anniversary of the deities. We should be thinking about the deities. But it's also with our little pilgrimage today, it's a reminder of Gurudev's first coming out of India. And that too was made possible by the energy of different devotees. And there was the first challenge, which is actually before Mohanananda Prabhu came to continue the necessary steps, was to get the passport of Gurudev. And there was another devotee, a Bengali devotee, who was very instrumental to help to get that passport. And if you don't get a passport, you can't travel. So every step of the preparation was crucial and was carried out by devotees on behalf of Srila Gurudev. And of course, finally, as Guru Maharaj said about Srila Gurudev, what is his wish? If he has a wish for something, it must come to be. This is what Guru Maharaj, Sri Maharaj, his own observation. And we've seen that in so many instances. And in his getting the passport was one. And then getting the visas. Mohanananda can tell you lots about getting those first visas when Gurudev had a passport. Then it's empty. It's a blank passport. And, unfortunately, Indians have a reputation around the world that they may go somewhere and quite likely not come back if they're going to the wealthier countries. So to get a visa for America, for Europe, for England, for Australia, for South Africa, very difficult. Many visas, they were very difficult to get, especially in the beginning, because the passport is empty. Gurudev doesn't have a bank account in his name, doesn't have income, doesn't have a job, doesn't have a school certificate. And on paper, there's nothing official there to support Gurudev. Doesn't have a wife, doesn't have all these things. And the visa officers, they always want to see they've got some tie back in India, which is going to bring them back. But where Gurudev wanted to go, always that was successful. And that's by Gurudev's grace, but through the energy of the devotees. So just like when we come to an ashram, so many devotees' energy has combined to bring an ashram to the state it is now, but also those world tours, so many devotees' energy combined to make those tours successful. And so we're in London, where Srila Gurudev positively wanted to come and came again and again. And now, of course, Srila Gurudev disappeared, but did not depart. And we must all, whether we knew him directly in person or not, we must all try to know him and try to understand what he expects from us today. Today, 11th of May, 2025, by the way. And just try to proceed according to how we can understand he would want us to proceed. And in this way, we'll be connected in a healthy way to our divine masters. So humility, tolerance, giving honor to others, not to criticize anyone, to take the holy name, avoid the 10 offenses, follow the 4 principles. There are basic things which, they're actually not so difficult, but we have to train ourselves and we have to observe, have our eyes open, what is bad association and what is good association. And somewhere along the way, we have to make those decisions of where we associate, how we associate, what we do. Everywhere we've got some decision. And then we go carefully, but always checking ourselves. Would Gurudev want this? For ourselves, would Guru Maharaj want this? would Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur want this? And it is one line. It is not different wants from their side. So, here we are, and we're here with your Latvia back to Vrinda. Look, they're all hiding. But hiding, look, Krishna can see you. You can see each other. We've got 9 devotees from Latvia here, including Ramananda Prabhu, who is, I don't know if he's in this temple right now.
No, he's at the other temple. But
Well, we know he's at the other temple, but some came over in the car. So,
I think he's in charge of taking care of the deities.
okay. So Ramananda Prabhu, who you may not see much in Latvia, because he is mainly in London, he's also here. So we got 8 resident Latvian devotees and 1 resident of England, Latvia devotee, here. And you're giving a strong representation and a strong support for the programs that are happening. And Devashish was very happy to have you visit, and we are here in Gurudev's room, where he gave so many darshans and beautifully looked after by Devashish Prabhu and the team of devotees here in London. I mean, everything is so clean and well maintained, not only maintained, upgraded also, step by step. And they have now rooms in the attic. I went there today. Today I saw those rooms for the first time actually occupied when Devashish was making them with employing the personnel to come. Then I saw them at that time, but today I went upstairs and now we have full house of devotees, and that is why we have an ashram. We have ashrams so that they can be the refuge of devotees, so where they can have some opportunity to chant, dance, and be happy. But as Gurudev found out on his day of coming to Gurudev, which was today in 1947, today, not prasadam, it's a fasting day. Some drink, some lembu pani, something can be had, but Gurudev would fast. And why? He fasted, not because he had to fast, but for an example for us all. So today is Nrsimhadev's appearance day. Sorry, Nrsimhadev, sorry, Prahlad Maharaj. Here we didn't say so much about half man, half lion, but we haven't neglected him. We've been talking about the Lord today. And of course, we are now, how many hours since this morning? A long time into the day and different topics. And this kind of topic today, really for the first time, we're thinking so much about Gurudev coming to London, his first world tour, and how now from the base of London, you can say in Europe, and Krishna consciousness is beautifully represented.
We have a question here.
Oh, you have a question?
Too late?
Oh, no? Who's got the question?
Hare Krishna, Dandavat to everyone. We have a question we were discussing with Nazar, actually, about the Mahaprabhu that's here in London. He has got 2 raised hands. Maybe some commentary on like the mood or what is the meaning, Maharaj. Mahaprabhu deity that's here downstairs in this temple has 2 raised hands, which is unusual.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was unusual, and I had seen, but I wasn't sure. Is it unusual? Mahaprabhu dances a lot. We're reading this in Chaitanya Charitamrita. We're reading this in Chaitanya Bhagavat, and I know in the Hindu section there's quite a lot of like, oh, if something's like this, it's like it's such and such a meaning like this, another meaning. I know the Ganesh. You know the Ganesh, elephant head. He's got a trunk. And the Hindus, they say if his trunk is curling this way, it means something. If it's curling that way, it means something. I really don't know anything about these things. Devashish Prabhu, he probably be able to help you out. But sorry, I'm not the one who can help out on this one. And mean, we know Mahaprabhu, he dances and he chants and spins around and falls to the ground and does all sorts of things. If you don't believe me, read Chaitanya Charitamrita, read Chaitanya Bhagavat. He's been doing that today. He went unconscious. Why did he go unconscious today? In our reading this morning. Oh, he's huh?
Because of Ganges.
Yeah, because of the Ganges. Chaitanya Bhagavat has an amazing section about the Ganges. And in the chat, Mari Lilavati Hare Krishna, Braja Sundari, Dandavats, I want to praise Lilavati Didi. Oh, yes. Yesterday she made a Nam Hatha devoted to Nrsimha Chaturasi. Today is a working day in Israel. And she prepared our reading of the 7th canto of Bhagavatam about Nrsimhadev and cooked very tasty prasadam.
He's a great cook.
Jai.
Well done. And we're very happy to hear that Lilavati, she'll be coming to the Latvia program, the Latvia retreat in July. So wonderful. Very good. Well done, Lilavati.
Jai.
Now you know also the meaning of the word embarrassment. Chanting your praise in front of you. But beautiful, Rajasundari, thank you. Much appreciated. And Sadhvi giving all wonderful things. Oh, Rajasundari also, by the way, I want to tell to managers of the Latvian festival, so Suresh Kishmu,
Yes.
a secret. Oh, secret. Can we tell everybody else here? Lilavati Didi is cooking a very tasty Thai soup and a very tasty borscht.
Oh!
And also very tasty malabi.
What?
And what the malabi is? The sweet.
Israel, some meal.
Hare Krishna. Oh. So Brajasundari, malabi is? Help us out here, please.
Yes, maybe it is a very tasty vegetarian dessert.
Dessert.
Yes, yes, very
Yeah,
tasty.
I thought so, yes. Okay, well.
Some borscht. I know that. She cooked it. Is this the same Lilavati that's in Mayapur?
No, Israeli. She's
Oh.
here. She's here. You can see her.
Is-
Where are you? Yes,
Because
here we are. Here's Lilavati.
Auntie. Dandavats Didi.
You probably met somewhere.
No,
She's come to Vila Govinda different times.
but
and
I wasn't.
She's a good soul
I'm thinking.
and as well as a good cook. Look, everyone's saying Jai is behind me. Hare Krishna.
Looking forward to tasting your wonderful prasadam.
Yay.
Your bush. I'm looking forward to try your dish.
Because it's also purple.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, put some purple cabbage.
Hare Krishna. All right, and Sadhvi giving more expressions, and sorry, not Sadhvi, Sadhiv. No, Sadhvi. No, or is it spelling mistake or Sadhiv? And Hare Krishna, may I humbly ask, is fasting until sunset? Today, yes. Fasting till sunset and then no grains. You take simple prasadam in the evening, and sunset is when Nrsimhadeva appeared. And the 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam has extensive description about Prahlad Maharaj, Hiranyakashipu's son, about Hiranyakashipu, the father and the monster, not monster, but demon. And demon means selfish. He didn't actually want to do anything which would deplete his pious credits. So, you know, quite different than lots of people very proud of themselves today. He tried to preserve his pious credits. And you see, the powerful people before, they know what gives you power and what will take away your power. And anyhow, yes, so anyway, in 7th canto Srimad Bhagavatam, you get a description about Hiranyakashipu and his understanding of action and reaction and all these things. But his misunderstanding that he can become immortal in this material plane. Without devotion to the Lord, you cannot become immortal. It is a fact. And so in the 7th canto, you can look at the chapter titles and you can skip straight through to where Hiranyakashipu is killed by Nrsimhadev. Nrsimhadev comes out of the pillar. Before that, there are wonderful sections. After that, there are wonderful sections. The whole canto is pretty much dedicated to this Leela. And the prayers of Prahlad Maharaj, the prayers of the gods, what Prahlad Maharaj learnt in the womb, the lead up to all of this drama. And then after the drama, what happened afterwards? Beautiful things. Much too much to say within 3 minutes. It's a whole canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
And the last word, we've got all the Latvians here. It's a Latvian Zoom. A last word from the Latvians.
Jai.
Jai, everybody. Chant Hare Krishna and be happy.
There you are. Good advice. And Suresh Krishna.
Yes. Some last word. I will speak Russian, okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
But don't touch the keyboard.
Okay,
Strange things happen.
Я просто пока, мы общались
as we were talking, and we had the parikrama to see the places where the deities were, Sri Guru Gauranga, Radha Shyam Sundar, and I had a thought, maybe Maharaj can cancel it, or those places where the deities were before. Maybe Maharaj can turn the translation on for himself. These are wonderful places, very quiet, very calm, very nice nature, not a lot of people, and it's a nice place for the devotees as well. What a tranquil place. But here, this street, Green Street, full of people, throughout the night, lots of people, Pakistan, India, everything is mixed up. And you go on the street, it's as if you're in India, or in Pakistan, or in Europe. Everything is, you don't even know what's happening. And as we said, the deities, the altar room is made in such a way that the deities are looking at the street. And the people are getting darshan. And many people are coming in the morning, they're going to work, and before they go to work, they come. They offer dandavats, namaste, some prayers they are saying. And I thought that Guru Gauranga, Radha Shyam Sundar, they decided to come here because there are a lot of people here. And there it is too quiet. And here is some action. Because we went out, we instantly heard Hare Krishna. Someone said. So in some way or another, people are connecting with Hare Krishna. And they're getting some Agyata Sukriti in this way. So therefore, this place is now here. And, it might seem like a small place, but everyone is fitting nicely. Therefore, we are in our family, comfortable, and our hearts are connected. And the closer we are, the better it is. That's what I wanted to say. Dandavat.
Okay.
Very nice.
Jai Suresh Krishna.
Jai.
All right, and Jai to you all, and of course all Jais for our wonderful Divine Master Om Vishnupad, Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Our wonderful Srila Guru Maharaj, Divine Master, Srila Bhakti Rockcock Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai to Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, by whose grace we have all come to Krishna consciousness, directly or indirectly. Ki Jai. And Jai to Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who made available to us, the clean spiritual proper path as given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. For the first time, he's made this clear and available for the whole world to come and make their lives successful. Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki jai. Shri Rupa Nuga Guru Bhaga ki jai. Present day Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Acharya Brinda ki jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. And Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Please don't forget your japa. Don't forget the chanting of the holy name. It's the central part of our devotional life. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Eva Kevalam. Kalau Nastyeva, Nastyeva, Nastyeva Gatir Anyata. And how to chant in this service mood and activity to the devotees and to the Lord. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Vansha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Hare Krishna. And Damayanti also in Tomsk, very happy to see you with us again. And this morning, I was so happy to see the Tomsk program taking place. And I also sent a little video message there. And seeing the flowers, they're having their first flowers of spring in Tomsk, while Europe is already feeling, oh, spring, long time happening. So all over the world, a little different environment. We'll see you next Sunday, and myself and Mohanananda Prabhu will see you from another place, but we'll see each other here on the screen. Nitai Gaur Premanandi, Hari Bol. Govinda, Govinda, Amra Ashchi, all the team here.
Hey.
Haribol, Haribol.
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Shyam, Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu. We're so good to see you. Nirupama, Naza, Jai Jai.
Dasvidanya. No. Yeah, Dasvidanya. I learned something. Thanks.
And Hari Gopal Prabhu.
Hari Gopal, wonderful job.
Bon choice, Spasibo. Thank you very much.
Placebo.
Govinda, Govinda.